Hi, this is Lisa with Holland Designs Crochet. Today I'm creating a bit of a stitch demo for the Knot Knit Booties pattern, crochet pattern, and I'm using this Broadway Yarns Baby Supremo 4-ply merino, and I am using a 3mm hook for the ones I'm working on currently. The pattern originally did say 3.25, a size D hook. So you could use either one, 3.5 or 3mm, something like that. It's very good. And I did switch to this particular hook, this 3mm. I found this particular one that I had here, the way that the hook itself was shaped, it was actually catching on my yarn. So you know how hooks are sometimes shaped a little bit differently. This one was just catching on the yarn, and so it was making it very difficult. So when I switched to this type of a hook, it was working very well. So that's just another tip. You can try switching hooks if the one you're working with isn't working so well with your yarn. So I'm just currently working on the soles. So I've completed one already, and we're working in back loops only and working half double slip stitch. So I'm just on the last 2 rows of my second sole. And of course the half double slip stitch is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops, and then pull through loops on your hook. And to make it slide quite easily, you do it basically in 2 motions: yarn over, pull up, and then pull across. So I'll just finish up these last 2 rows of my newborn size sole. I'm just doing my 2 decrease rows here at the end, so I'll end up with 5 half double slip stitches to finish my booty here on the last row. And after the rows of the sole are completed, we do fasten off in this pattern because we need to move our hook back to begin the next section of the edging. We're going to need to start at the heel, so we'll be rejoining back here. So I've just fastened off there, and I'll end up working over some of these ends as I'm working, so that'll make it a little bit easier, and of course I can weave them in later as well. So those are my 2 little soles finished for a size newborn, and I'll come back and show you how we start now with the edging. Alright, I've just actually finished the sole edging and upper on this particular sole, and I'm just going to fasten off now that I've completed this one. And I'll set that aside so you can see how we have that knit look ribbed edging, or edging and upper there. And it is open at the back. This will be sewn later. When the cuff is sewn, you'll have a seam also at the back of the heel. So again, let me show you how we begin the sole edging and upper. So we are just simply joining at the center back of the sole. So there were 5 stitches here, basically the back, so you can basically join in the 3rd one there at the center. Join with a single crochet. So you're going to be working a round of single crochet around the sides here of the booty. So for the size newborn, there is a stitch count given to you of 38 single crochets. So that's the stitch count you're going to want to aim for. So you can just count as you're going along, working in the stitches at the heel and into the ends of the rows along the sides. And as you can see, I'm also working over the little yarn end that I had. So it basically gets woven in automatically when I do that. So I'll just have 38 single crochets around, again, beginning at the heel, around the side, across the top of the toe, around this side, and I'll come back and I'll finish right here at the back of the heel again. I'm not going to join, I'm just going to turn and basically I'm working this in rows back and forth. So I'll finish that up and I'll come and show you then how to do the knit look rib stitch, which is on the next row. Alright, I finished my row 1 with my single crochets. I've got 38 around my sole, and as you can see on the sole itself, There is no right or wrong side, both basically look identical, but when you do your edging round, this will be the right side because the knit look rib stitch we'll be doing on the next row the ribbing will appear on this side of your work, so this will become the right side of the bootie. So for the knit look ribbed edging, or the knit look rib stitch that we're going to be doing, we could just simply do chain 1 turn at the end of row 1, and we're going to work a single crochet in the first stitch of the row, and then we're going to do the knit look rib stitch, which is insert your hook at the base of the stitch you just made, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have the 3 loops on your hook, and then pull through all the loops on your hook. So again, insert at the base of the stitch you just made, pull up a loop there, insert into the next stitch and pull up a loop, and pull through everything on your hook. So that's the knit look rib stitch. Creates the ribbed effect on the opposite side of this row. So as I'm working right now, this is the wrong side of my work. So let me just show you quickly what it looks like on the opposite side, so you can see how you've got that knit look ribbing forming there. So you just work that all the way around this knit look rib stitch, and that will create that beautiful knit look ribbing on the opposite side. And from there, the actual rows of the upper are essentially the same. You're basically doing single crochet in back loops only on the next row, and followed again by the knit look rib stitch. So you'll repeat those 2 rows to create that beautiful ribbing on the upper. So I'll finish that and come back then and show you how we continue on with the rest of the bootie. The next step in the pattern is to create what is called the toe top, and you can see it's the same stitch pattern as we just used for the upper. So it's the knit look rib stitch and also single crochet and back loops only to create that knit look rib effect there. That's the toe top, so that's the right side. Wrong side doesn't have the texture. And after that's completed, we're going to fasten off, leaving a longer length of yarn for sewing. So we'll be joining this with using a yarn needle, using whip stitch. So in the pattern it does say to mark off for the size newborn 21 stitches at the front of the toe for the toe top placement. So you know you've got 38 stitches there on that last row, and to find the centermost stitch you'll just fold your bootie in half so you can basically find the center here at the top, and we need 21 stitches, so you'll basically have the center one at the top plus 10 on either side, and you'll have your 21. So you'll mark those off with you can either use stitch marker or a short length of yarn in another color. It's just to find the actual placement, and then you'll be sewing your toe top in around all 3 sides, so this side, the top, and then also this side, covering those 21 stitches so that it'll be fitted in properly and sewn in at the center front of the bootie. So I'll do that and come back and show you what it looks like then. Okay, I've marked off my 21 stitches. Basically I counted them and I just joined my toe top through the first stitch here at the first side, and then I marked off my last stitch here, so I've got my 21, so I know my sewing will end on that side. So you're going to want to do it when you're joining using the whip stitch and the yarn needle, so that the toe top is vertically here at the top of the toe. And you'll need to begin on this side here. So as you're working around, you'll be beginning at this side of the booty and doing your sewing. So you're going to also want the center of the toe top to be basically centered at the top of the toe, right? So you can also basically pin that. So I might use a stitch marker or a safety needle, safety pin or something to just find the centermost stitch here at the toe and pin this as well in place. And then it'll make it easier for you as you're doing your sewing, that you know everything is aligned properly. So next part of the booty is just the ribbed cuff. I'll just show it to you. I've already completed mine. You'll begin it by joining here at the back top of the booty, and you'll be having a starting chain, and then you work back and forth in rows of half double slip stitch in back loops only to create that beautiful ribbing that's identical on both sides. And that's the exact same stitches that we used for the soles. So you're going to have a repetition of that stitch there. And as you're working back and forth in rows, this is a short row type of a edging or a cuff where you are going to join automatically by working a slip stitch in the next 2 stitches or ends of rows at the top of the booty here, to automatically join in a join as you go method, so that the cuff is automatically attached, and it's just that simple basically. So it's attached automatically, so you don't have to sew it on later or anything. And for the size newborn, I had 24 rows of ribbing, and I ended up here at the top, and I just fastened off, leaving a longer length of yarn for sewing. So then all you'll do is grab your yarn needle and with whip stitch just sew the final cuff seam here all the way at the back here, and also the cuff and also the back of the booty will be sewn with whip stitch using a yarn needle, and there'll just be a few ends to tidy up and weave in. So that's the completed booty when it's laying flat. You can see what it looks like, and of course the cuff will get turned down. So this is what the other one looked like that I completed. So it turns out really, really pretty. These were the newborn size. These were 3 inches long, and of course I stuffed them to give them a nice shape, so they're really pretty for presentation. So this is a really lovely pattern. It does include some larger sizes, so this is newborn. There's also a larger 3 to 6 months and also a 6 to 12 month size, so it's quite a very convincingly knit look pattern. So I hope you do enjoy this this pattern. I hope this video has given you a little bit more confidence and a little bit more understanding of the way that it's made and some of the assembly steps. So I hope you enjoy this, making these booties, and happy crocheting.